I write when I get the chance to write. Like most women, I have to juggle. So there would be family issues. But what happens to me when I start writing is it's like going to a wedding that I don't want to be at when I start a new book. I really do not want to be at that wedding. I'm a guest that I don't want to be there. I don't want to know the other guests. I want to get away as quick as I can. So I'm sitting at this table with all these strangers, and I have to introduce myself. They have to introduce themselves to me. And then I start to get to know them. And as the day wears on, we get friendlier and friendlier, and then they begin to really intrigue me. And by the end of the wedding, I don't want to leave them. They're my best friends ever. So that starting off a book is not easy. Sometimes I might only write 2 or 3 paragraphs, and then I'd run away from it. And then you get to the turning point when it starts to drive you. And I've spoken, I have many author friends, and we've spoken. We don't know exactly when it happens, but when it does, you know you've crested the hill and you're on the way down, and it's the most exciting thing when you're writing. But when that happens to you, you don't want to talk to anybody. You don't want to be with anybody. You don't want to go shopping. You don't want to eat. You just want to write. You don't want to get dressed. You stay in your dressing gown, tap, 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 tap with your computer. And if you can do that, it's marvellous. But then, of course, real life interferes. So there's nothing worse than actually being in that phase of really wanting to get going and see what's happening, and having to leave it there because you've got to go and do something humdrum like cooking a dinner, or go to visit somebody, or the ordinary everyday things of life. So if I can escape down to my mobile home in Wicklow near the end of a book, it's total bliss. I just get up in the morning, make myself a cup of tea, bit of toast, and off I go. I don't even bother to get dressed sometimes. I just write and write and write, and that is pure bliss.
You're so funny.
Yeah, I love that wedding.
I was so close to laughing. I was like, no, shh.
I think if we just did the top tips one now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What top tips do you have for aspiring writers?
When writers are asking me for tips, sometimes they're so serious and they say, should I go to a writer's group, or should I take classes? The most important thing is to sit your bottom in the chair, write chapter 1, and let it out. Whatever is in your head, start writing. Don't panic about it. Don't panic about your grammar, your spelling. Let the creativity flow. For me, is the most important tip that I could give any writer, because a first draft is a first draft, and you polish it then, and you can do what you like with it. But when you have a beginning, a middle, and an end, that's all you need. You can fill it out, you can add to a character, you can take away from a character, you can really play around with it. But the thing is not to kind of start counting, do word counts, or wondering how many pages in a chapter, or don't worry about those things at the beginning. Just write. If it's in you, let it out of you.